Hello Capricorn, welcome to your August 2022 reading. And right now what I'm getting off the bat for you guys is you've got to follow your intuition, follow your gut throughout the month of August, because when you do, you're going to want to take a leap of faith. And this is a big leap of faith that is going to land smack into your bank account, into your security, into making you feel really totally grounded is what I just heard. Grounded where money is good, your career is good, your family is good, your health is good. So this is going to be a pivotal moment for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Capricorn. And for those of you who have Capricorn in Venus, we're going to take a look at that as well. So I'm going to start off the reading with these messages for you. Let me pull these out. Okay. And I'm going to pull detail, but let's keep going with this, all right? That is the overall message that I'm getting, but let's see how the cards coordinate with that. So we have the end of July rolling into August 1st, the first week of August with the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is that big, heavy burden. And that's what I mean. You may have been faced with a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles, a lot of strife along the way. 2-3 months, 2-3 years for some of you, where you've been fighting the system, fighting whatever that is in your life, whether it's romance or career. And I feel for a lot of you, it's just life in general. All different angles coming in, putting one wand for each situation that you've been trying to overcome those hurdles. Now, the beautiful thing about this is the Ten of Wands. That means you're getting ready to flip it into the Ace of Wands. That's the new beginning that I'm talking about, where you're going to be happy. You're going to have all of the things that make you as an earthbound sign, the things that make you feel secure and grounded. So let's look at the second week. I'm going to pull a lot of detail. I'm going to pull a Beyond card, and we're going to go even further. It's going to be a great reading for you. I can feel it already. Now, here's the proof of that. We have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles means Pentacles represent everything on the material plane. So that includes love, that includes family, health, relationships on all levels, including work relationships, your education, and even yourself. So it equates to the things on earth that make us feel satisfied and secure. This is what's coming, and that's exactly what I said. That's the message for you guys. It is beautiful. Now we have the beautiful Aquarian, the star card here, which represents the zodiac sign of Aquarius. However, I feel it is part of the age of Aquarius movement, whatever you're doing. Finding your life and soul purpose. And when we do our life purpose, we start things go good. When we do our soul purpose, things go good. But when we combine them together, that's when things become magical, almost unbelievable how well things go along. Even if we're facing a lot of this. This is what's coming for you. By that third week, you'll be standing in the spotlight because of whatever you've been through. It's going to put you front and center in this situation. Now, the final week we have, there you go, the Magician. So you know exactly what you're doing. You know how to do this. You've done it before. That's what I'm hearing. And if you didn't do it before, you are aware of how to get this whole thing under wraps. But August is going to be a magical moment for you guys. If you've been working, again, 2-3 months, possibly 2-3 years, focusing very hard on getting life itself back in order in your world, relocating for some of you, building a new foundation internally within yourself, awakening to the reality of everything that's going on around you. That's what you've got coming in for you. So let's keep going with this detail and see what they want you to know. So Capricorn, I hope you guys are doing well. That is a heavy, heavy burden. And we have with it the Emperor. So this may very well be some of you dealing with somebody underneath that energy of the Emperor. But I feel for a lot of you, that's you being stubborn and saying, I can do this on my own. A little bit stubborn and saying, I don't need to change what I'm doing, and handling all of this burden on your own. And you don't have to do that. This particular individual, the Emperor in the tarot, represents wisdom and knowledge on a higher level, because they've been through so many things in their life. They really know how to make things work in their favor. They've tried new things. They've tried, they do seem to be stuck a little bit on trying absolute new things because of the things they tried in the past. If it didn't work, then they're like, yeah, no, I'm going to stick to the tried and true, whatever works for me. And when I see this sign, even though it represents the zodiac sign of Aries, I do think of Capricorn a lot when I see that sign. That's not a negative, that's actually quite an asset, because with this is that beautiful inner knowing. So paying attention to your voice, your inner voice, your gut, that's what's going to get you into this new beginning, all right? Now, the next card is the Page of Wands. I'm going to pull the others out so you can see them all. Hold on one sec. Okay. You have a lot of fire in your chart for this. Oh my goodness, and that's what I mean. August is an action-oriented month for you. A fire, excitement, adventure, change, a new invigorating aspect of life is getting ready to come for you as soon as you make this little step. And I'm going to pull more detail in a minute, but this is overall in general for you. So this is that little step toward what it is that you want. For some of you, it is about your career. And I feel if you're in the fine art industry, and this is, some of you, it's laying brickwork. That might be creating a piece of art with brick in it. But I do see brick like masonry work as far as a fireplace goes for some of you. Now we have the Knight of Cups, and this is about your dreams getting ready to come true. Jumping on your horse, taking action toward what you want, and using your gut is going to put you front and center. Remember, we have the Star card in the third week. In the fourth week, we have the Magician. This card does actually represent a psychic. It represents that mystical, magical part of each and every one of us. We all have the ability to see beyond what's in front of us. So you're really going to gain a new founded confidence from everything that you're going through. Now let's go deep into some situations when it comes to career. I feel some of you are taking a direction and taking a step into a new aspect of a career endeavor. It may be a little bit of a branch of what you've been doing, but for most of you, I feel this is something that you've been wanting for a very, very long time and didn't know how to get it up and running. If you did know how to get it up and running, you were hit right and left and underneath and from diagonal and from above and wondering, is this really what I'm meant to do? Because as we move into our life and soul purpose, we will be challenged over and over again. You will have things come in that you thought everything was all copacetic, and all of a sudden you feel like you're going to go backwards, but yet you push right through because this energy is going to guide you through it. Now, this particular career move, I feel for some of you is attached to the government, and it may have been something that you dreamed about. For some of you, it is standing on a podium where you're actually going to speak in a public setting. All eyes will be on you. And there's that nerve-wracking energy that comes with it. Doesn't mean you aren't confident necessarily. Okay, for some of you, you're very confident, but when it comes to public speaking, it's a whole different venture. So when I do these readings behind camera, it's very different than when I do, say, a recording, a live stream on YouTube. It's very different, right? You know, and that's why I follow my gut. I follow the guidance that I'm given, and I rarely ever read off a script. So you want to, if you are reading off a script, if this is in an acting, in the fine art industry, particularly a play or a musical, you want to make sure you know that script forward and backwards so that it's locked inside your core so you can do a great job. Now, for others of you, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be in that industry. It's about taking a different direction in a career endeavor. And like I said, I feel it's a little piece of what you might already have been doing, or you've been studying it and learning it for quite some time. It's going to bring you the Ace of Pentacles, whatever this career change or this growth, this promotion is. It is going to be a wonderful experience. For some of you, this is moving from a floor worker into a lead in a supervisor capacity. For others of you, this is starting a new organization, a nonprofit. For some, it may be profitable for others, but this is an organization that is going to help create balance and harmony in your local community. That's what I just heard. Balance and harmony in your local community. So this is actually very, very wonderful. Now, when it comes to family, okay, some of you are dealing with somebody who is very, very stubborn. This individual may be a parent, it may be a child, grandparent, whoever it is, could be a friend, somebody you consider as family. I feel that there's going to be a moment where somebody's going to take action, and it's actually going to make the family come back around together. So if you've been estranged from your family, it's either you, it could very well be you, but I feel it's somebody else, most likely somebody younger than you, who is going to take a move that is going to make all heads turn and look at this individual, and then it brings, somehow will bring the family back together by the holiday season. So it'll be an increment, so a little bit in August, a little bit in September, and October, etc., etc. I feel that some of you are, we definitely have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Aries is really highlighted here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Aquarian energy, and I do feel your own energy is attached to this as well. Capricorn, fellow Capricorn. So you guys, this is incredible. You've got new relationships getting ready to come in, and we're going to look at love in just a minute. But there is something new coming in, okay? And we'll talk about that in just a moment. Before we get there, let's go ahead and take a look at the adversities. I'll pull more detail when I'm done, and then I'll pull a Beyond card just before the love side. So if you guys like this reading, let me know by thumbs upping this video so that I know you like it, and I will keep on doing it. So any of the challenges that come along the way, let's see what's coming in for you. Now you have one that fell on the floor, okay? And this may be exactly what this 10 of Wands is about. Something that's keeping you stuck. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you may have the challenge of knowing this is your destiny. Remember, I said this is your life and soul purpose. So if it's your life and soul purpose, it's part of your destined plan. You wrote it, and it's causing like a blockage, like a little bit of it's not really fear, but it's apprehension. Am I good enough? Like questioning yourself. Am I good enough? Can I make this happen? Is it going to work out the way you saw it in your mind, the way you saw it in a dream? Or for those of you that heard the guidance come in through your angels and the beautiful beings of light and love, you may be a little bit wondering, is this right for me? But the Wheel of Fortune it's time for you to make this change. So whether, it's kind of like feel the fear and do it anyway. That's what I feel is coming in. Now, the second week, we have the challenge of the devil. And that's what I'm talking about. That is that fear. That's the low vibrational energy, especially those of you who are dealing with a family member where somebody was very stubborn and stuck. This particular energy is saying they're part of your plan. You wrote your plan. We all write our plan. We pick our parents. We do all of these things because it has to do with our life and soul purpose. And so all of these changes in the world right now, Capricorn, are shaking our tree, our inner foundation, and allowing leaves to fall off so that we can sprout new ones, so that we can grow. The soul can grow. The evolutionary cycle completes. And in order to do that, we have to master both the light and the dark. Whoever this person is, if you know them and they were manipulative, they're going to be very, very different. And this is coming in. They're going to take action towards you. But remember, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is the overall energy in that second week. So it's going to turn out to be very, very positive. But it'll feel like the biggest challenge ever. This may be somebody who you know that has addictions, and now they're coming in after months and months. 2 to 3 months, 2 to 3 years of being apart, and now they're saying, hey, I'm better. And you need to follow your own gut, just like in the very beginning. So in the third week, you have the Four of Pentacles. The challenge for that third week is seeing things from all angles. This is blockages when it comes to creating, when it comes to being the star in your own life, when it comes to this creation, especially for those of you when it has to do with a career move. By that third week, you may be wondering if you actually are meant to have the job. You might feel like your money's being blocked, and for some of you, it is going to be put on hold. Now, it won't be put on hold very long, I don't believe, but for most of you, that length of time, whether that's 2 days or 2 weeks, you're going to be wondering and questioning your own self. Remember, nothing in life is actually what we think it is. It's kind of like an illusion. So when we think about something that didn't actually happen, we create an illusion. So stay out of that blocking your own self from this success. This is beautiful success. It's something you saw in your dreams. It's something that puts you, this is a wish being granted. So stay out of your own way when it comes to this so that you do not block this beautiful planetary shift that's going to take place right around that time, the second rolling into the third week of the month. Now, when it comes to the last week of the month, we have the Four of Cups. All right, so 444 is going to be very, very important part of your chart. You're going to see it everywhere. Some of you are also going to see 456, 456. So this Four of Cups, the challenge is going to be waiting, wondering, is this going to come? You see, this person is staring at the one big cup. All right, here, this is a big cup, and these are other offers. If the cup is up, those are opportunities. So they're wanting the big cup. They're passing up other opportunities and being very focused on what it is they want. But it can also indicate somebody being very, very bratty, very boredom. It has a lot of negativity attached to this, as all cards do. They're positive and negative in every single tarot card, because that's life, and that's what these are, the story of life. So you may have been focused very hardly. You may have been focused very diligently, and now you have new opportunities coming in. So the test will be, are you going to hold out for this, or are you going to take one of these offers? Because all of these represent something amazing coming in for you. The change, the growth is going to be fantastic. This is like abundance getting ready to come into play for you. So let's go ahead and pull a little bit more detail as we go forward. And then I'll pull a Beyond card. So you guys, I hope you're doing well, because I mean, you know, July has been quite a month for sure. You got the Star card on the bottom of the deck, but let's keep going. And August is going to be completion for some of you and new growth. So the detail, walking away from something that first week of the month, you're walking away from something because this burden is a lot to handle. And that's what you probably are going to want to do, is walk away from the situation as far as trying to carry all the weight on your own shoulders. That would mean going to get your ninth cup. I can't hold this weight anymore. So when it comes to a job, you're going to say, wait a minute, this isn't my responsibility. You're actually going to speak up, and you're going to speak to the person who is the authoritative individual that may represent or seem to represent the emperor itself. Walking to get your ninth cup means I want my wish. I'm willing to walk away from this because the weight is just too much to bear, and I want my ninth cup. So you have to evaluate whether or not this is actually part of your destined plan. And I do feel for a lot of you, you are going to know instantly by following your gut. All right, so walking away from something or someone in any area of life to get your ninth cup in the second week. Not only do you get your ninth cup, but you get your 10th cup. This is detailed. This is what you truly, truly want, this 10 of cups. And the 10 of cups represents abundance. Abundance in all areas of life. Now, that doesn't mean you have 6 cars and a $5.2 billion mansion. It means you have the home you love. You have the vehicle you love. You have the family that you love. You have a good life that makes you feel fulfilled. And it's a beautiful energy. Again, another 10, 10, and 10, right? So let's keep going. We have the 3 of Cups in the third week, and that's celebration, that's joy, going out and celebrating this whole situation with other people that you love. And when we celebrate this, that's what's going to be really, really, this is beautiful. You're leaving this, okay? You're walking away from the person or the situation that was much too much for you to handle, realizing it probably wasn't even part of your plan. It wasn't your plan. It wasn't your responsibility. I heard the word duties, okay? It wasn't your duty to do. So as you leave, you're rewarded, and you're going to be celebrating all of this by that third week of the month, no matter which area of life it is. Now the fourth week, we have the Six of Wands. So remember I said 4, 5, and 6, and there's your 6 right there. This is a masterly, beautiful energy where you're going to feel so confident no matter what direction you go. You are going, without a doubt, this is the right move for you. Focused on where you want to head, paying very close attention to what it is that you want, so that you don't listen to other people at this point in time. Because if we listen to other people tell us what life choice to make, we are literally creating it based on their opinion, and they don't know us, we know us. And if you don't know yourself, you're going to find out who you are through the month of, the end of July. Definitely in the month of August, you're going to start seeing a whole different side of you. A side that's very courageous, a side of you that is adventurous and wants excitement. You want spontaneity, but more than anything, you want that security and you want a brand new life. So you are literally going to move into this new path. It isn't going to be easy once you get there. Okay, once you walk away, yeah, it's great, but it's part of your path. And remember, if it's our life and soul purpose, if you're making a change, you will be faced with challenges. But these are challenges that we can all handle. We've already done it so many times in our life. So, beautiful, beautiful energy, because this is relocating, taking your family. You want the happy home. This is getting a new job and moving to that new job, celebrating the reunion of a new family. And we're going to look at love in just a moment. But before that, let's go ahead and pull you a... where's my glasses? I forgot my glasses. We're going to pull you a message from beyond. Some of you are already past this. You already have been through this. Some of you are in the middle of going through this. So we're going to pull a card that has to do with moving into a new phase wherever you're at in your life. All right, you guys, you have the collective consciousness wants you to really embrace the silent energy of the soft whispers that blow through us. Whispers are those in the night. They talk to us. It's the angels, and like I said earlier, the angels and the beings of light and love that guide us through all of this so we can make these wonderful changes. And with that does come that feeling of a little bit of apprehension, a little bit of fear. Oh, who wouldn't, right? I mean, it's a big deal when we make a life change. That's why most of us don't want to make those changes. That doesn't mean it isn't necessary. It is. It's absolutely necessary. But equally, it can be challenging and frightening all at the same time. So let's look at this a little bit deeper, because some of you, this is starting a new aspect of your business. This is growing a relationship. You're going to hear the messages through the wind, through the trees. You're going to step outside just to, smell the fresh air. And all of a sudden, the beautiful scent. I just moved to North Carolina, and oh my gosh, the scents out here are incredible. When you go through Virginia and North Carolina, it's like heaven, or what we would imagine heaven to be. It's beautiful and it's fragrant. And when you smell it, it just gives you this uplifted feeling. So with those scents that we smell, like I just explained, comes this guided inner knowing. You're going to hear it in your head. You're going to hear it in your ear. You're going to feel it inside your gut. Follow the whispers. Follow whatever is around you that is guiding you, and it will lead you directly to where you need to go. So you guys, we're going to look at love right now, couples and singles. For those of you who are not interested in love, please thumbs up this video. Leave your comment. I want to know how this applies to you, and it may only be a piece of it, It may be the whole reading. It varies from one to another, but the format is what I'm wanting to know. So have a wonderful August, and let's look at couples and singles. All right, you guys. So you had a few cards fly out. Now I'm going to kind of incorporate all three of them, all right, because they were meant for you to hear. So we're looking at couples first, and then we're going to look at singles. Now the first card we have is codependency. And we know that codependency is when can oftentimes be an enabler. We tend to pick those people who have addictions. We do have the devil card here. And this may be what you've been dealing with. It doesn't mean addictions like drugs. It can be anything. They can be an overeater. They can be a workaholic. It varies from person to person. The codependency in you may have brought this or the other person may have brought this relationship to a place where change is definitely needed. But yet you feel like you've known them forever. The soul connection is really here. You might even have telepathic communication for some of you, where you know what they're thinking before they ever say a word. So that is also part of this whole plan. Children may be a big part of this situation, and children can really alter our lives. For those of you who have children, I had 4 adult children. I had 2 stepchildren. That's a lot of altering in a life. So whether we have one or more, they change everything about us, the way we view life. We plan, we prepare, we do everything, including our children, opening up our family. And for some of you, this is exactly what you want. But that addictive behavior, the codependent issues that you've been dealing with, may actually be a blockage why some of you have not had any children yet. You've decided, I don't want to bring them into this relationship, or other reasons attached to it. Make sure that you see a medical doctor if you've been having a problem conceiving a child. Now, when it comes to this whole situation is about love yourself first. Some of you have had a repetitive cycle your whole life, definitely recognizing it over the last 2 to 3 months or 2 to 3 years, where you picked a certain type of a person, where specific patterns keep reoccurring, and those patterns have prevented you from moving forward. But now that you see it, you're going to be able to make a decision whether you're going to leave with your partner or not. There is a huge change on the way for you in a couple relationship. Now, for those of you who are single, oh my gosh, listen to that guidance around you, because you have two special, unique people are coming in. For some of you, I feel that you may know this person, not necessarily ever dated him, but you're familiar with them. You may have known him from childhood and never dated him, but yet now all of a sudden you're meeting them at a shopping mall. It looks like a shopping mall is what I'm seeing. For the other person coming in is equally going to be more mature. They're going to have that same familiar feeling, like you've known them forever. Both of these 2 people are going to be considered a soul connection for you, where you will make a choice on which one it is you want. You want the happy home, happy life. You want this partnership. Doesn't mean marriage, but it means union. You want to be with somebody. You want to have the opportunity to be with them. Not necessarily today, but in the future. So pay very close attention to yourself. Make sure that you are aware of your childhood issues, and they are not a factor in this, because codependency can stem from childhood, as we know. Love yourself first, and that's what brings in the true love of our life. If we can't see the past, we won't see the present, and we will miss the future opportunity that could be there. I feel some of you are going to be relocating, actually changing your home location. It could be a job location. You're going to meet somebody, and it will be through your career. The other one looks like a shopping mall. So you guys have a great month. Thank you for watching. Much love.